What if I told you that what you eat in the first hour after waking up could completely change the way you feel? Your energy, your strength, even your drive. I'm Dr. Justin Keller, and today we're diving into the simple morning habit that most men over 60 ignore, and it's costing them their vitality. In this video, I'll show you why male energy and performance drop after 60, what foods are secretly lowering your testosterone, the single best thing to eat every morning for real, lasting energy, plus the quiet habits that rebuild your strength from the inside out. And here's the thing, what we cover at the start of this video might surprise you the most. The first habit I'll share. It's the one I use in my own daily routine, and I recommend it to nearly every older patient I see. So stick with me until the end. These aren't fads. This is real science made simple and built for your stage of life. Before we jump in, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop your city in the comments. It helps me connect with more men going through the same journey. If this kind of honest, practical advice matters to you, tap the like button and subscribe to Glowing Age. It helps me keep bringing you real, useful lessons that make a difference. Let's get started. The hidden crisis. Why male vitality declines after 60. Did you know that after age 60, the average man's testosterone drops by nearly 1% every year? And most don't even realize it. I'm Dr. Justin Keller, and I want to tell you something most men won't hear from their regular checkups. Male vitality doesn't just fade with age. It's often stolen by silent, fixable imbalances in the body. Let me paint you a picture I see in my clinic almost every day. A man in his late 60s walks in, not sick, not in pain, but tired, not himself. He's not waking up with the same energy. His focus is off. His strength is slipping. And intimacy, that spark's gone too. He chalks it up to just getting older. But here's the truth. It's not just aging, it's the body calling out for balance. The core of this shift lies in a quiet but powerful hormone, testosterone. It's not just about sex drive or muscle. It influences mood, bone strength, red blood cell production, even your sleep cycle. After 60, the body naturally produces less of it. But what most men don't know is that other factors speed up that decline. Things like poor nutrition, chronic stress, inflammation, and even medications. Now here's where it gets personal. I had a patient, Richard, 72 years old, retired electrician, no major medical issues. He came to me saying, "Doc, I don't feel like a man anymore. I'm not depressed, but I'm not me." We ran labs. His testosterone had dipped just below normal, not dangerously low, but enough to affect everything. We adjusted his diet, added morning protein, a small dose of vitamin D, and made a few lifestyle tweaks. In 2 months, he was lifting weights again, walking 2 miles a day, and his words, not mine, finally feeling awake. See, vitality after 60 isn't about chasing youth. It's about preserving power, your power to move, think, love, and live the way you want. When testosterone drops, it affects muscle retention, sleep quality, mental sharpness, and motivation. And it doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in slowly. Less drive here, a little fatigue there. Before long, you're surviving your days instead of living them. Research from the Mayo Clinic and Harvard confirms this trend. In men over 60, low testosterone is linked not just to lower energy and libido, but higher risk of depression, heart disease, and even type 2 diabetes. And yet, it's underdiagnosed. Why? Because most men don't talk about it. They think it's weakness. They think it's normal, but it's not. It's common, yes, but not inevitable. And here's the critical piece. Testosterone isn't just about what's happening inside your body, it's influenced by what you put into it. That's why your morning routine, your breakfast, even how you move in the first hour of the day, plays a major role in maintaining that hormonal balance. Think of it like fuel. If you start the day with junk, your body runs on empty. If you feed it right, it has the tools to keep you strong, clear-headed, and steady. Don't accept that fading energy is just your new normal. The decline might be common, but it's not untouchable. And today, we're going to look at exactly what you can do, starting tomorrow morning, to push back, to nourish your body, and to reclaim the energy and strength that still belongs to you. Morning matters. Why breakfast is the key to daily energy. Here's what most men over 60 don't realize. Your morning meal isn't just breakfast. It's your body's first chance to repair, rebuild, and reignite your energy for the entire day. And skipping it, that's like trying to start your car with no gas. Let me explain what's happening under the hood. Between 6 and 10 a.m., your body's hormone levels, especially cortisol and testosterone, naturally rise. That's not a bad thing. This is your body's way of preparing you for activity, focus, and movement. But if you skip breakfast or reach for the wrong foods, like processed cereal, toast, or just coffee, you're cutting off the very fuel those hormones need to do their job. I've seen this pattern in hundreds of patients, older men dragging through the morning, relying on caffeine and crashing by noon. They'll tell me they're just not hungry in the morning or they've never been a breakfast person. But once we shift their morning habits, even modestly, the results are often dramatic. Let me give you an example. George, 68, came to me saying he felt exhausted by 11 a.m. every day. No stamina, cloudy thinking, his breakfast, 2 slices of white toast and black coffee every day for 20 years. We switched it up, just added a simple mix, 2 boiled eggs, a handful of walnuts, and a half cup of berries. He thought it was nothing. 3 weeks later, he told me he was gardening for hours and walking every evening. No more crash. No more brain fog. That's the power of real fuel at the right time. See, the male body over 60 is more sensitive to blood sugar swings. A carb-heavy, low-protein breakfast spikes your insulin and drops it fast. This roller coaster leaves you tired, irritable, and drained. What your body needs instead is a steady release of energy. Protein to support muscle and hormone production, healthy fats to nourish your brain and joints, and fiber to stabilize your digestion. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Recent studies out of Oxford and the University of Toronto have shown that older adults who eat a protein-rich breakfast show not only more stable energy, but also improved cognitive performance throughout the day. That means sharper memory, better focus, and yes, more emotional resilience. And let's not forget hydration. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated. 1 glass of water first thing in the morning, especially with a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of salt, can rehydrate your cells and get your metabolism firing. It's simple, but it's powerful. Most of us underestimate just how much our body depends on morning hydration to flush toxins, deliver nutrients, and stabilize blood pressure. Now, I'm not asking you to overhaul your kitchen or start cooking like a bodybuilder, but I am telling you this. The first 30 minutes of your day can either be a slow leak or a full recharge. Eat real food, prioritize protein, avoid sugar bombs, drink water. Because when you do, you're not just feeding your stomach. You're feeding your strength, your brain, and your ability to live the way you want for years to come. The power food, what to eat every morning. If I could give every man over 60 just one prescription for stronger energy, sharper thinking, and better vitality, it wouldn't be a pill. It would be breakfast. Specifically, a few simple, proven foods that work with your body to protect muscle, support hormones, and help you feel like yourself again. Let's start with the most powerful foundation: eggs. Whole eggs, not just whites, are one of the most complete bioavailable sources of protein and nutrients for older men. 1 egg contains all 9 essential amino acids, plus choline, which supports brain health and testosterone production. And forget the cholesterol myth. Multiple long-term studies, including those from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, have shown that dietary cholesterol in eggs doesn't significantly impact heart health in most people. And in fact, moderate egg intake can improve good HDL cholesterol. Add 2 eggs to your morning and you're not just eating, you're fueling hormone function, muscle repair, and mental clarity. Next, pumpkin seeds. Just 1 small handful gives you over 40% of your daily recommended magnesium, an essential mineral for testosterone regulation, sleep quality, and muscle function. Pumpkin seeds are also packed with zinc, which is crucial for maintaining testosterone levels and supporting your immune system. Sprinkle them over oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or eat them raw. This one tiny food packs a punch where it matters most. Another key ingredient I recommend often is oats, but not the instant, sugary kind. Choose rolled or steel-cut oats. Oats are high in beta-glucan, a type of fiber that helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol. Combine that with a tablespoon of flaxseed or chia seeds, and you're building a heart-friendly, hormone-supportive breakfast that gives you lasting energy without the crash. Here's something you may not expect: avocados. This fruit is rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, potassium, and B vitamins. These nutrients not only support cardiovascular health, but also reduce inflammation and help your body produce and use testosterone more efficiently. Half an avocado with eggs on whole grain toast isn't trendy, it's clinically smart. Let me share a quick example. A patient of mine, Harold, 70 years old, came in frustrated. "I eat breakfast every day, doc. Why am I still tired?" His breakfast: a banana and a glass of orange juice. Natural sugar, yes, but not the kind of energy his body needed. We rebuilt his plate. 2 boiled eggs, half an avocado, a side of berries, and a cup of green tea. In 3 weeks, his energy was back. "I feel balanced," he told me. "Like my motor isn't sputtering anymore." And that's the goal. This isn't about complicated diets. It's about choosing food that talks to your body, food that tells your hormones, muscles, and brain, "You're supported, you're safe, you can thrive." One final suggestion: if you're not big on solid breakfasts, a protein smoothie is a great option. Blend a scoop of clean plant-based or whey protein, unsweetened almond milk, a handful of spinach, a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, and half a banana. Add cinnamon for blood sugar control and turmeric for anti-inflammatory support. That's a breakfast that goes to work the moment you drink it. Your body after 60 doesn't need a fight, it needs support. And that starts at the table. The right breakfast can be the difference between dragging through the day and showing up fully for the life you still have to live. Silent killers: foods to avoid after 60 if you want vitality. You can eat the best power foods in the world, but if you're still filling your plate or your cup with the wrong ones, your body stays stuck in survival mode. And most men over 60 don't realize just how quietly these so-called harmless foods are stealing their energy, robbing their strength, and lowering their testosterone every single day. The first major offender: refined sugars. They're in more than just candy or dessert. Store-bought cereal, flavored yogurts, coffee creamers, even whole wheat bread, many of these are loaded with added sugars. And here's the real danger. Sugar causes spikes in insulin, which leads to inflammation, weight gain, and suppressed testosterone production. One study published in Clinical Endocrinology found that after consuming sugar, testosterone levels in men dropped by up to 25% for 2 hours, even in otherwise healthy individuals. That means your breakfast muffin isn't just empty calories. It's actively working against your hormones. Next, we need to talk about processed carbohydrates. White bread, bagels, instant oatmeal packets, and even granola bars marketed as healthy are often stripped of fiber and packed with hidden sugars or artificial oils. These foods digest quickly, spiking blood sugar and leaving you with the inevitable crash: tired, foggy, unmotivated. I've seen men correct this by swapping just one item, like replacing white toast with sprouted grain bread or oatmeal with eggs. And within days, they report more stable energy and sharper thinking. Another sneaky culprit is excess caffeine on an empty stomach. I understand many of us start the day with coffee, but when you're over 60, that habit needs to be balanced. Coffee alone without food increases cortisol, a stress hormone. High cortisol suppresses testosterone, worsens sleep, and spikes blood pressure. If you rely on multiple cups throughout the day to stay awake, it may be masking a deeper fatigue caused by poor nutrition. Try limiting coffee to 1 cup with food and see how your body responds when it's not running on artificial stimulation. Let's not ignore vegetable oils like soybean, corn, and canola oil. They're cheap everywhere and damaging. These oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which disrupt the body's inflammatory balance. Chronic inflammation contributes to joint pain, fatigue, and poor cardiovascular health. I often tell patients, if it comes from a deep fryer or a plastic bottle, avoid it. Instead, cook with olive oil, avocado oil, or butter in moderation. Then there's alcohol, particularly in the evening. Even 1 or 2 drinks can interfere with testosterone production, REM sleep, and liver function. A man over 60 doesn't metabolize alcohol the same way he did at 40. I'm not here to tell you to stop entirely, but understand that regular drinking, even in small amounts, accumulates damage over time, especially when your body is already trying to maintain hormonal balance. Finally, be cautious of low-fat or diet products. Many of these are marketed as heart-healthy but are stripped of nutrients and filled with artificial additives. Fat is not the enemy. Bad fat is. Your body needs healthy fats to produce testosterone and absorb vitamins. When you eliminate fat, you often lose the very nutrients that keep your cells and hormones functioning properly. Remember what I tell every patient who asks me what to eat. What you take off your plate matters just as much as what you put on it. You don't have to be perfect. But if you can identify and cut out even 2 or 3 of these silent killers, you give your body space to repair, recover, and rebuild its natural rhythm. Vitality after 60 is a daily decision. And sometimes the foods we've always relied on, the ones we grew up with, the ones we trust, are the very things quietly taking our strength. It's never too late to change that. Small habits, big results. Supporting foods with smart morning rituals. Food is your foundation. But without the right habits to support it, even the best breakfast can only take you so far. What you do in the first 60 minutes after waking shapes the entire rhythm of your day, your energy, your hormones, your focus, and even your mood. One of the most effective yet overlooked habits, movement. You don't need a gym. You don't need a treadmill. What you need is circulation. Just 10 minutes of gentle movement after breakfast, like a brisk walk, light stretching, or mobility work, stimulates blood flow, reduces insulin resistance, and supports natural testosterone production. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that older men who performed even low-intensity morning exercise had significantly better hormone profiles and mood regulation throughout the day. Think of it this way: food gives you fuel, movement helps your body use it properly. After age 60, your metabolism slows and your body becomes more sensitive to insulin. Morning movement helps counter that, and it doesn't have to be fancy. Step outside, walk around your block, do knee lifts while waiting for your coffee. Every bit counts. Next, let's talk hydration. After 8 hours of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated. And even low levels of dehydration can impair concentration, joint function, and energy. Start your day with a full glass of water, ideally before your coffee. Even better, add a squeeze of fresh lemon and a pinch of sea salt. This simple tonic replenishes electrolytes, supports adrenal function, and wakes up your digestive system. Many of my patients who struggle with morning fatigue find that this one step makes them feel more alert within minutes. If you're dealing with joint pain, fatigue, or stress, which, let's be honest, most of us are after 60, consider a warm cup of herbal tea in the morning. Teas like ashwagandha, ginger, ginseng, or tulsi are adaptogens. That means they help your body adapt to physical and emotional stress. Unlike caffeine, which forces energy out of your system, these herbs gently build resilience over time. They support your endocrine system, reduce inflammation, and can even help regulate sleep-wake cycles. Many traditional medicine systems have used these herbs for centuries, for good reason. Another habit that amplifies the power of your morning is exposure to natural light. As soon as possible after waking, get your face in sunlight, even if it's cloudy. Light hitting your eyes helps regulate your body's internal clock, boosts serotonin, and supports melatonin production later that night. For older adults, light exposure in the morning is one of the most effective ways to improve sleep quality and reduce symptoms of depression and brain fog. And here's something even simpler, but just as powerful: stillness. Take 5 minutes, just 5, to sit quietly after eating. Breathe. No phone, no news, just let your system settle. This small window of calm lowers cortisol, improves digestion, and gives your nervous system time to reset. When I see patients rushing through breakfast, checking emails, or multitasking first thing in the morning, I often see signs of chronic stress in their labs: elevated blood pressure, inflammation, poor sleep. And it all traces back to how the day begins. A final habit I want to share with you is gratitude or reflection. Yes, this might sound soft, but there's strong research behind it. Writing down or simply thinking of one thing you're thankful for in the morning has been shown to increase dopamine, improve heart health, and enhance motivation, especially in older adults. Vitality isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's mental, and feeding your mind every morning is just as essential as feeding your body. You don't need a new life, you just need a new rhythm. So take the breakfast you've now built, real, sustaining food and support it with movement, hydration, calm, light, and intention. These small shifts compound, and over weeks and months, they create a stronger, more resilient version of you, one that doesn't just get through the day, but owns it. Real talk, vitality is more than physical performance. Too often when we hear the word vitality, we think of muscles, testosterone, or sexual performance. And yes, those things matter, but real vitality goes far deeper. It's not just how strong your body is, it's how alive you feel inside it. In my practice, I've met men who could bench press 200 pounds but felt hollow when they woke up in the morning. And I've met others who didn't move fast anymore but carried a kind of quiet fire, clear in their thinking, steady in their emotions, full of purpose in their days. That's the vitality we need to talk about more, especially after 60. You see, physical energy is only one layer. The deeper layers, your emotional well-being, mental clarity, sense of connection, peace, and purpose, those are the real engines behind a vibrant life, and they all feed each other. When your hormones are supported, your digestion is steady, and your mornings are anchored in good food and movement, it becomes easier to feel present, focused, stable, and that inner strength starts to shape how you move through the world. I remember a patient, Mark, 74, retired teacher. He told me, "I'm not chasing youth. I just want to feel like I'm still part of the story." That hit me hard, because what he was really describing wasn't about physical performance, it was about identity. Value, vitality of the spirit, what fuels that? It's not just what you eat, it's why you eat, it's getting up with intention. Having a reason to make a healthy breakfast, to walk around the block, to feel your breath and be grateful for another day. And when those reasons are tied to something that matters to you, whether that's family, faith, nature, creativity, you begin to experience vitality not as a number on a lab report, but as a feeling in your chest. A calm alertness, a readiness, a steady fire that says, "I'm still here and I still count." So yes, keep eating the foods that support testosterone. Yes, stay active, hydrated, well-rested. But don't forget to feed the parts of yourself that don't show up on a lab chart. Laugh more. Call someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Write down your thoughts. Say no to things that drain you. Say yes to quiet. Yes to beauty. Yes to yourself. Because the truth is, at this stage in life, vitality isn't about proving anything to the world. It's about finally living on your own terms, with clarity, with strength, and with a sense of grounded joy. And that kind of vitality, it's not just possible after 60, it's waiting for you every single morning. You've just learned how the right breakfast and a few small morning habits can completely change how you feel after 60. You don't need to chase youth. You need to support the body and mind you have right now, with real food, steady movement, and smart routines that work with your age, not against it. Remember, vitality isn't just about performance. It's about living with clarity, calm, and confidence every single day. If you found this helpful, please like the video and subscribe to Glowing Age. It means a lot, and it helps me keep sharing practical tools for a stronger, more purposeful life after 60. And don't forget, let me know where you're watching from in the comments below. I read every one. Until next time, stay steady, stay strong, and stay connected.